last Wednesday, Latitude finally dropped the new Method 3 saddle to replace the Method 2, and it just came in the mail. Let's open this package up, get to checking it out, comparing it a little bit against the Method 2, seeing some things that changed and seeing some initial thoughts, and take it out there to the tree, seeing how it feels. So this is the first time that I've actually opened and seen anything other than videos, so I know absolutely nothing about how the saddle actually looks. And just off the bat, this thing is so much different than the Method 2 saddle. And I think the different though, based on videos and everything I've seen, is going to be a good different. So I'm gonna take this tag off real quick, and that way we can see it in its entirety. And let's go over a few things that is different about the saddle, which is basically everything except for your loops for your bridge and your lineman belt, and I mean leg straps. Other than that, everything's pretty much different than the Method 2. So going from the Method 2, the initial thing you see that is different, the Method 2 is a mesh saddle, where you can see the new Method 3 is completely solid. It feels like there's some sort of supports or something inside of it. I'm not sure exactly what's in it, but there's a little bit more structure to the saddle than the Method 2. So just immediate off the bat, that's one thing that you notice is a giant difference between the Method 2 and Method 3. Now, supposedly, going to full panels like this instead of the actual mesh panel is going to allow for better distribution of weight on the two panels if you're running it at two panels. Something else that's nice is this is actually made to be more of a single and double, or a hybrid saddle, instead of just a two-panel saddle like the Method 2 was. So overall, just looking at it, the only concern I have about a full panel or a full material panel instead of the mesh is that it's going to be a little bit hot living down here in South Carolina. Our season opens this Friday, August 15th. It's going to be real hot, humid. Don't know how a solid panel will be. Guess we're going to find out. But I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. How many times do you actually go out and think that, man, that saddle's hot? If you're sitting up there in the tree, especially early season down here, you're not going to be in there for more than just a few hours max. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. The next difference that you see in this saddle is right here. You have some of these little pull cords, and what this is to adjust your bottom panel. So you can pull this out, loosen it up, and you can adjust how your panel goes down and up and down. So you got your little thumb loop, pull it straight down, you can adjust how far, and then whenever you want it up, you can grab right here, pull it, and it cinches straight back up to where it was. So it makes for a lot easier and a lot more consistent panel drop whenever you do decide to use a two panel and you pull it down. Another thing by playing around with it is how this panel attaches the bottom panel to the upper. This bottom panel has a magnet going all the way across it, and it is pretty firm and sticks really well in. There's one thing with the Method 2, there is only like 1 or 2 magnets on here, and getting it to stick up and stay up whenever you're walking is a huge problem I've had. I've kind of just learned to live with it and walk around and have it to where that panel is going to be falling down. Not a big deal for me, but it is going to be something that's going to be nice to have a panel that's actually going to stay up like it's supposed to whenever you are walking around. More from that same strap. This strap is made to have this little cinch knot on the end, which is actually perfect to be able to put over your sticks. So when you're climbing, you can have your panel, drop it down, attach some sticks right here to the side, and then you have a way to hold your sticks and have it up with you on the saddle without having to add any excessive stuff to your saddle. Like here, I had to add some paracord. This paracord's how I attach my sticks as I climb the tree. So it is something nice that they add into the saddle itself instead of being an addition that you have to buy or put on there. So then one less thing you got to buy whenever you're looking at getting your saddle. Something else about the back is with your leg straps, now they make it to where your leg straps are where they connect. Everything that is metal on the saddle, which is not much other than really, I think the only spot's really your leg strap clips. It's all behind some type of material fabric now. So you're not going to have any clinking or clanking on other metal, especially now that a lot of people are getting into hybrid hunting with a tree stand instead, or a small stand, lightweight stand. You're not going to have any clinking or clanking on any of that metal stand. No issues there, which is, from what I saw in videos, one of the big reasons why they went with this and they did it is because a lot of people being into hybrid hunting now are going to use the saddle, I think. So they really want to make it convenient for all hunters possible. Right here you can see this clamp is behind a little piece of fabric right here too. So keeps all that metal nice tucked away so you don't have to worry about metal contact. Something else with the 2-panel construction is, since it is full fabric throughout here, you have a bunch of padding all the way on both these panels. This is going to help a ton with all-day sits. If you're sitting there for hours and hours and hours on end, I think this is going to make it extremely comfortable to go sit in this and not worry about anything. Where the Method 2 was comfortable, but after a while, because of being a mesh panel, you would feel where these straps go across on your body starts to put a little bit of pinch points or pressure points, and you do start to feel that a little bit after long all-day sits. Not a huge issue, but this is definitely going to make it a little bit better to go out there and do all-day sits on, especially around a rut. And the last thing on this panel that is new is the bridge has been upgraded to the new butter bridge. So this bridge is insanely easy to pull back and through, or back and forth through. I think that's a Prusik right there, to adjust your bridge length. That is one thing I've noticed on the Method 2 is I was never able really to adjust my bridge length because the knot and the material of everything was just so just firm or sticky in there that it was really difficult to adjust it. So I never adjusted it, where this one, just playing with it, moves insanely smooth through that knot. So I'm really excited about the saddle. I think it's going to be a lot different than what I'm used to with the Method 2. I think it's going to be a good different, going to be really comfortable. So let's throw the saddle on. I'm going to throw my pouches on, and yeah, let's hop out in the tree and see how it actually feels in the tree. We're out in the marsh behind my house. It's about the only place I have to actually be able to test these out. Got my new Latitude 8mm vapor lines. First time actually trying them out. I've been using the 11 or 10 mils for a while. So got a profile platform, a Gen 1 profile platform. Yes, I am wearing Crocs. Don't make fun of me. Somebody did my last gear review video when I went over the profile platform. So let's hop up here. First time sitting in it. Ooh, that was not cam down for me, it was cam down for you. All right, so my wife just sat up in this a little bit, so I kind of had time to adjust everything how I wanted with her on the 2 panels. But let's see, that definitely feels a lot different than the Method 2 just sitting in here. The weight's distributed a lot differently right now since I've got both panels up. I haven't adjusted anything on the actual straps of the saddle yet. I can tell you right now, I don't like the bridge being that narrow, so that's a lot better right there. And right here, you can feel pressure right in your hips a little bit as you're sitting down, but I kind of adjusted the straps already to where I think is going to be a good spot for them. So let's go ahead and grab the thumb slots, pull it down, and okay. Need some adjusting. I feel absolutely zero pressure in my lower back right now, everything underneath my thighs. So just need to adjust where the bridge is connected. There we go. Now I feel a little bit kind of a mixed in between both. But I can say just right off the bat, this is night and day difference compared to the Method 2 on how this feels just sitting in it. The weight's distributed evenly throughout all the panels, which is really nice and comfy. The adjustability of the saddle is amazing. So there's so much adjustability between this new bridge that they have, the butter bridge. It's so much easier to adjust. And the way that this back panel drops is so much easier too. And I just think that this thing so far, just sitting in it for a second, is really a really nice saddle. So I think I'm going to enjoy this thing a lot. If you're looking to upgrade from Method 2 and go to a Method 3, just off of sitting this for a minute, I would say yes. I would say do it, because I thoroughly enjoy sitting right here in this right now. It is real comfortable. I think I probably could sit in this all day long between that padding on the back and just how it distributes all the weight. It is that comfy on it. Other than that, we kind of already deployed the panels. Let's stand up and pull it back up. So just pull these two straps, and just like that, it is back up. Can lean back again, and yeah, I mean, I don't really like the single panel saddle that much anyways. That's why I went with the Method 2 right off the bat, and that's why I did not buy any other saddle when I got my first one. I tried a few out. Single panel just wasn't comfy for me, so being able to sit here, have a single if I want, drop that down, and have a dual panel just like this, it is ideal. I mean, I think this is going to be the ultimate saddle for anybody looking for a saddle. So you'll be able to do any type of hunting you want out of this. You'll be able to do two panel, single panel, hybrid hunting, everything. So I definitely think that this saddle is probably going to be one of the best on the market. So I'm going to have to try some other two panels, but I think this is going to be the one. I'm excited to use this season. So overall, initial impressions on the new Method 3, super comfortable. Think it's going to be great for all day sits. I think Latitude knocked it out of the park compared to the Method 2, and I'm very excited to use this for the season. So super comfortable saddle. I think everything I had negatives about the Method 2 is now fixed in the Method 3. Gonna try out these new operator pouches that they put for both my tethered and my lineman rope. So gonna see how that all works out this season too, but overall real excited. Anyways, if you've watched this far, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more gear reviews, and if you have any other type of gear reviews you want to see, leave them in the comments down below, and we'll see you next time.